I love the Olympics, the competition, the patriotism, the branding opportunities for global corporations. Listen, if you're a brand and you haven't spent the $100 million plus it costs to be an official Olympic partner, get the hell away from my Olympics! That's not just my opinion, that is also the US Olympic Committee's official policy. The USOC is aggressive about protecting the exclusive rights of its official partners and explicitly forbids other businesses from using any of the Olympics' trademarked words or phrases in advertising or social media, including Olympics, Olympian, Olympiad, Paralympics, Team USA, Go for the Gold, Let the Games Begin, and Pan Am Games. Yeah, the Pan Am Games. I've worked in online sports coverage for 10 years, and let me assure you, no one is tweeting about the Pan Am Games. Businesses are also forbidden from posting anything on social media that reference the location of these or future Olympics, or using words like summer or medal or 2016 if they might be construed as being related to the Olympics, or incorporating words similar to Olympics like Mathlympics or Aqualympics. Bad news for Rex Ryan, who is looking forward to judging his first Toe-Olympics. This draconian policy was enacted under what's called Rule 40, which, in an Orwellian bit of doublespeak, is supposed to keep the games from becoming over-commercialized. Yes, I would hate for the Olympics, which get almost half of their revenue from corporate sponsorships, to become too commercialized. Thank God Rule 40 is here to block non-Olympic partners from using the Rio 2016 hashtag, congratulating or wishing luck to the athletes they sponsor, or even acknowledging that the Olympics are happening at all. Example: Oiselle is a small company that makes running apparel for women. It sponsors a handful of Olympians but is not an Olympic partner. When one of Oiselle's athletes, Kate Grace, won the Olympic trials to qualify for the 800 meters in Rio, the company posted these images of her on Instagram, correctly saying that she's now an Olympian and headed to Rio. The USOC told Oiselle to take down all images of Oiselle athletes competing at the trials and asked that Oiselle stop all Olympic-related advertising. Oiselle has kept up the post, mind you, because A, they have a spine, and B, correctly recognized that the hashtag Gestapo is taking some serious liberties with trademark law. Another example: Dream Fuel is a company that's basically Kickstarter for athletes. It raises money for them to train and travel, and it helps them build a social media presence so they can improve their visibility for potential sponsors. But Dream Fuel can't use American discus champion Whitney Ashley's image to raise money that would help pay for her mother's trip to Rio.
We have a short window of time to put together some money to go over there and support her.
And remember, the USOC blocks this under Rule 40, which is supposed to prevent the over-commercialization of the games. But enough about businesses. The real problem with Rule 40 is that it keeps Olympians from using their brief spotlight to make any money for themselves. While Kate Grace is in Rio, she can't thank the company that has sponsored and clothed her during the years of training it took to get her there. And if she did, she could be disqualified from the games and stripped of any medals she might win. Same thing with any athlete who might want to thank the crowdfunding platform that got their parents to Rio. Now, this would be forgivable if the USOC supported every Olympic athlete, but it doesn't. Most have to fund their own training, and 85% of Olympic hopefuls make less than $15,000 a year. The United States, unlike many first world countries, doesn't have a government-sponsored Olympic program, so the USOC's primary source of income is its corporate sponsors, which makes it more aggressive in protecting its trademarks, which makes it more restrictive in muzzling the athletes who needed sponsors to get to the Olympics because they weren't funded by their own Olympic committee in the first place. What a f***ing farce! Now, thankfully, I'm a member of the media and can speak freely about the Olympics without worrying about violating some dictatorial guidelines about respecting a brand. All I have to do is follow this list of helpful do's and don'ts for editorial use from the USOC. Do not alter, rotate, stretch, or distort the USOC trademarks. Now, it doesn't say explicitly, but probably don't turn the rings into poop emojis. This is bad. Do not use it or share it. Do not use full color version of Olympic rings on colored background. White background only. So definitely not a pink background or a background of, say, Oiselle running attire. I'm only showing this as an example of what is expressly forbidden. And do not use USOC trademarks to promote a publication or website. Oh, there goes my SB Nation redesign. And finally, Team USA encourages media do use USOC trademarks for legitimate editorial purposes in connection with news coverage about games athletes or the games, such as this video on how morally bankrupt the USOC is. Go Team USA! This Pepsi's for you. Oh, hashtag Rio 2016.